Shabbos is a gift, and Hashem says, hold on to it. I know what's going to happen during the week is not going to be pretty. And you might come back next Friday afternoon as the sun starts to set. You might be very bruised and very damaged by what happens during the week. Shabbos is Shabbos Boi Toshuv. It's a time to do tshuva. It's a time to do tshuva. And we think about time to do tshuva, sounds very like time to do tshuva. Tshuva means to return. Return to Hashem. Return to who you are, who you want to be. We go out during the week, things happen. But the idea is to return. I'll tell you a story. Happened to me. I was on a beach and I was in the water. And after about 15, 20 minutes of just hanging out in the water, I wasn't swimming, I wasn't doing anything. I went back onto sand. When I got there, something amazing happened. All my stuff was gone. Somebody stole my socks, my Crocs, my sandals, my suntan lotion, my towel. Who would do that? And then something more amazing happened. I looked up, my hotel was gone. Who would steal my hotel? How do you steal a hotel in 15, 20 minutes? And then I realized that what happened was, without noticing, I drifted. If you go in the ocean, there's an undercurrent. It's constantly moving you. And if you don't continuously go back to where you started from, and you don't pay attention, you will drift. During the week, there's a drift. Is an undercurrent, constant undercurrent. And that undercurrent can take us very, very far away. So what do you do about it? Well, when you're in the ocean, what you do is every few minutes, you look up, you see your hotel is over there, you go back. That's what Shabbos is. Shabbos is the anchor in your life. Shabbos is not moving. Shabbos is the day that you are the best Jew that you can be, on whatever level it is. During the week, we have 6 days, boy, can we float away. Sometimes by the end of 4 or 5 days, we don't even recognize who we were just a few days ago. So much can happen. His genius of Hashem, that he made it every 7 days, and not every 8 days, or every 9 days, because we would float so far away, I don't know what would happen. Can you imagine not having Shabbos for 3 weeks? If Shabbos was once a month? Wow. So Hashem put it right in the right spot, where we have some time, unfortunately, where we float away from Shabbos, and then we have something to look forward to, and then we come back and we return. Return. Shabbos Boi Toshuv. Shabbos is the day to return and to plug yourself back in to get a charge. The whole world is being recharged on Shabbos. Like the Or Chaim HaKadosh says, that the world really could only, the battery of the world, according to creation, only lasts 6 days. Shabbos supercharges the world for another 6 days. That's what the Or Chaim HaKadosh says. And for sure in our lives, every Shabbos is meant to supercharge our spiritual battery that we should be able to last for another 6 days. We wouldn't last another day in this horrible world full of immorality and difficulty and darkness and confusion and pain and anxiety. We wouldn't last. Shabbos is a 6-day boost. That's the point of what Shabbos is. Even if you fall, Rachmana litzlan, to doing Gimel Averos Chamuris or any form of them, you should know Shabbos is here to save you. And that's why the Torah tells us Shabbos again after the Egel. The Gemara says, Beferish, that even if you bow down to idols, if you keep Shabbos properly, you are forgiven. B'av parasha zu nichtava b'soich masa hamishkan l'lamed shebekoich haShabbos yochel Yehudi lichalitz mikol matzav shehu v'lashuv u'liskadish b'bechinas v'asu li mikdash v'afilu la'achar shenichshelu b'chet ha'egel yichoylem lihichalitz mizeh u'v'lashuv lekayim es tachlis habriya sheyu b'shachanti b'soicham shekol Yehudi yeh ba'atzmai mikdash l'Hashem. That's the purpose of the Torah putting in the middle of the Ma'aseh Mishkan both times, to tell us that that is what the Koyach of Shabbos is. Through Shabbos, you can unravel and untangle yourself from any situation you had during the week. No matter what's going on, Shabbos, you could pull yourself, extricate yourself from that. V'lashuv. Lashuv means to do tshuva, but it means to return. We think tshuva is just, that's what it is also, but the purpose of that is to cleanse in order to return. But the real word of tshuva is v'lashuv, come home. Shabbos is telling you, come home, come back to me, and become holy in the same way of having a mikdash. And even after you are nichshal b'chat ha'egel in the worst chatoim, you can pull yourself out and return to Hashem and be Makayim, the tachlis of creation, the purpose of creation, which is V'shachanti b'soicham. Remember, just a short while ago, we said, what does this have to do with us? Right? We asked, what is the Mishkan? So long ago, what does it do with us? Look how Nesivas Shalom makes it so practical and so relevant to us in every single day of our lives. Shekol Yehudi yir ba'atzmei mikdash l'Hashem. That's the point. The point is that every person is a walking Beis HaMikdash. Zeh inyan kol ma'aseh HaMishkan shenichtav b'Torah b'chomesh parshas elu. That is the inyan of the whole creation of the Mishkan. It took 5 parshas. The Torah talks about building the Mishkan for 5 parshas. Why? Shekol ha'arichos b'ma'aseh HaMishkan. The whole arichos is kodesh kadoshim. Lahadrich. It's to teach us, to show us, lahadrich, to be madrich us. There's a better word for it. Lahadrich ish Yehudi eichel eskadosh b'chol evarav. How can I become holy with all of my evarim, with all of my limbs? Kol evarei ha'adam, v'chol hayitzrim ha'roim, shebay remuzim b'parshas elu, l'lamed shebechol ha'tanoim hu yachol eskadesh, to tell us that in every situation that you find yourself in, there is a way out that you could become holy from. And from any situation, you can extricate yourself. In other words, sometimes we don't know what the way is, and sometimes we have to find it and work on it, and it's hard. But it's never lost. There's nothing you can do that makes you lost. There's nothing you can do that's more powerful than the koyach of Shabbos to pull you out, and the koyach of Kedusha, that you can extricate yourself from anything, no matter what you've ever done, no matter what you ever will do. From every situation that you are ever in or ever will be in, you can find a way out to extricate yourself from that and to return to becoming holy, mamish, like a concept of a Beis HaMikdash, especially on the day of Shabbos, even after the Churban Beis HaMikdash, we lost that Makom HaMikdash, that place of holiness. Hishir HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yehudi es Koyach HaShabbos shu b'bechinas Mikdash. Hashem left us with the Koyach of Shabbos, which is a concept of Mikdash. Sheyachal lichalitz mikol ha'matzavim l'kayim v'asli Mikdash. Imagine if when Hashem destroyed the Beis HaMikdash, He would have destroyed Shabbos. He would have said, no more Shabbos for you. Don't keep it. I don't want it. Don't serve me. It's a regular day. Go to work. Even though we had Churban Beis HaMikdash, but we didn't have the Churban of Yom HaMikdash. We lost the place that brought Kedusha into our lives and into the world, but we didn't lose the day. This day went in with us, went into Galus with us, wherever we go. Kikalo avodas Shabbos kodesh. The whole work, the whole avodah, the whole purpose of Shabbos is ahavas Hashem medvekus b'Hashem. I love you, Hashem. I'm connected to you, Hashem. I'm davening to connect to you. I'm eating the meal to connect to you. I'm singing Zmiris to connect to you. I'm getting dressed nicely to connect to you. All out of love. Those are the highest levels of Avodas Hashem. Ahava and Dveikus. Because all the Taryag mitzvahs, all the 613 commandments, is a hachana, a preparation for what? That I should love Hashem, be in love with Hashem, be connected to Hashem in the most romantic, loving way, thinking about Hashem all day and all night. That's the purpose of it. Hashem tried really hard. He gave us mitzvahs up the wazoo, day and night, afternoon, all the time. He's trying to say, think of me, think of me, think of me. It's an amazing story I just thought of. The Beis Yisrael, the holy, heilige Beis Yisrael, the Ger Rebbe, very, very sharp. There's a story that he told somebody, one of his Hasidim came to say, I'm going on business. They used to gesegen sich before they left. They used to say goodbye. I'm going on business to Paris, on business. Beis Yisrael told him, in Paris there's a cigar shop and they make this very unique, amazing, expensive cigar. Can you please bring one back for me? The Chassid says, sure, no problem. He went on his business trip. When he got back, he realized, I forgot all about the Rebbe. I forgot all about the cigar. So he ran to Tel Aviv to the most expensive cigar shop. He came back into the Rebbe in Yerushalayim and he said, Rebbe, I'm sorry, I forgot about it in Paris, but don't worry. I went to Tel Aviv and I got you this same most expensive, maybe it was even better. I got you the most amazing cigar. Don't worry. And the Rebbe said, you think I needed your cigar? I wanted that when you're in Paris, you should remember that you have a Rebbe. That's why he told him, when you're in Paris, buy me a cigar. I don't need your stupid cigar. I need you to remember that you have a Rebbe. Hashem is saying, I know that you're in Galus. I want you to remember that you have a Tata in Himmel. I want you to remember that you have somebody who created you, who sent you down here. I want you to remember that you have a mission in this world, that you're here to accomplish something, not just to float by, float by, float by. And that's why he gives all these mitzvahs. And sometimes we do all the mitzvahs. We forget about the purpose of the mitzvahs. We learn Torah, and we forget about Hashem. We could do mitzvahs, forget about Hashem. And meanwhile, the whole thing is Hashem saying, hey, v'shachanti b'soichem, I want to live and dwell inside of you. Please make room for me in your life. Think about me. Be in love with me. Be appreciative of me. Be connected to me. Shabbos mekareves es Yehudi laHashem yisbarach. Shabbos is mekarev every Jew to Hashem. Sheyeh v'shachanti b'soichem b'soich kol echad ve'echad. We have to bring holiness in our life every day of the week. And that's our job. But not to lose this great matana. Shabbos is called a matana. Hashem tells Moshe, I have a matana to give Klal Yisrael, Lech v'hoidiyam, matana toiva, in Beis Genazai, in the treasure house. So many different pshatim, but the point is, this was a gift to us, because we would never last. If you took Shabbos out of our life, we would float, we would float, we would float. By the time we came out of the ocean, we wouldn't see the hotel. We wouldn't be able to make it back to the hotel. We'd be in a different continent. We'd be in a different country. We wouldn't know who we are. We wouldn't be able to come back home. Shabbos is there, planted every 7 days, for us to be the best that we can be. Sometimes a person says, who am I fooling? I'm going to be so holy on Shabbos after what I did. No, that's who you really are. Shabbos is the day to come home. Shabbos is the day to be all the Jew you can be. The only reason you didn't behave that way in the other 6 days is because there's a tremendous Yetzer Hara. But when you have Shabbos, don't let the Yetzer Hara not only knock you down, but convince you to stay down. Shabbos, you go into Shabbos, your mincha is different. Your Kabbalah Shabbos is different. Your Marav is different. You're a different person. You don't talk to Varm B'Telem. You watch your mouth more. You be the best Jew that you can be on Shabbos. And watch what happens. It's mashpia on the whole week. You're going to feel so good, so close to Hashem. Otherwise, we are mevazviz b'matnasei shel melech. Hashem's giving us a matana. We're saying, no thanks. Or we're misusing it. Shabbos is a day to eat as much as you can, to get drunk, to numb yourself from the world. Shabbos is a day of rest. That's for Goyim. We'll learn about that at a different time, the Pshat and the Nesivas Shalom. That Shabbos being a day of rest that's the Goyish superficial attitude. It's a day of a lot of work. Shabbos is the biggest avodah. It's a day to return home to Hashem and to use all the gifts that He gave you, everything that He gave you, to bring Him into your life. And if you do everything, and you set up a beautiful table, and you have the 55 of the top select herrings, and you have the nicest 200-year drinks, and you have everything, and you forget about Hashem, then you just gave up the opportunity, that the purpose of what it was given to us for. That's what we're learning from this parasha. Nitzchi is eternal, and it affects us every single day of our lives.